In the book of Enoch, there are stories about a group of giants that came to Earth and taught humans knowledge. One of the things they taught humans was how to make weapons. Humans used these weapons against each other, and 1/3 of human population was killed. It is unclear whether these giants were angels or aliens, but what is clear is that they had a connection with UFOs. Let's go in search of clues together, excited about the groundbreaking discoveries and great mysteries of the universe. Then remember to subscribe to Universe vs. Moments and click the bell for regular updates on these exciting topics. Enoch is a biblical figure who appears in the Old Testament. He is described as being righteous in all his ways and a man of God. He was also known for being a prophet and a visionary who walked with God. Enoch's life was recorded in the book of Genesis, which tells us that he walked with God after his father's death. It also says that he never experienced death, but instead was taken straight to heaven by God. The ancient astronaut theory suggests that aliens or beings from outer space have visited Earth at some point in time and interacted with humans. This theory has been around for centuries, but it became popular after Erich von Däniken published his book Chariots of the Gods. In 1968, traditional explanations for this theory have focused on the ancient astronaut theory being an explanation for ancient monuments such as Stonehenge and the pyramids. However, the ancient astronaut theory can also account for the antediluvian civilizations that existed before the flood. In describing Enoch's life, it is said that he was taken up to heaven by God himself. If aliens or beings from outer space have visited Earth at some point in time, then they may have taken Enoch with them when they took him away to heaven. The ancient astronaut theory is a very controversial theory that argues that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in the distant past and created or influenced various ancient cultures around the world. This has been a popular idea, not just among conspiracy theorists, but also among scholars of many different disciplines. The idea first appeared during ancient Greece in relation to mythology, and was later expanded on by the Greco-Roman philosopher Alcmaeon of Croton to explain the astronomical knowledge of various ancient civilizations. Alcmaeon argued that Greek and Egyptian mythology was based on extraterrestrial information. He conjectured that Hermes, Apollo, Poseidon, Uranus and Saturn were actually aliens who had visited Greece in ancient times. The 19th century French astronomer Camille Flammarion also adopted the extraterrestrial hypothesis and presented it in his popular book, L'atmosphère et la lumière, The Atmosphere and the Light. In February 2012, the journal Nature reported that a group of scientists from Greece had discovered evidence of a completely unknown civilization on Mars. In their paper they state, searching for life on Mars is a priority for NASA and other space agencies. Recent findings from Gale Crater provide evidence of an unknown, previously unrecognized nuclear reactor on Mars. The extraterrestrial hypothesis posits that Earth was once visited by extraterrestrials in such numbers that they have influenced human civilization to the present day, although the hypothesis has been discredited and rejected by most mainstream scientists. The extraterrestrial hypothesis, ETH, was proposed by Erich von Däniken, a Swiss journalist, in 1968 and popularized by his 1968 book, Chariots of the Gods. He traces our civilization back to ancient astronauts who created the world's first civilizations. He also believes that many ancient stories are based on actual events that occurred between aliens and early humans. Critics of the ETH have subjected it to many criticisms, such as von Däniken's lack of scientific background and the existence of alternative explanations for many of his claims, such as pseudoscientific explanations and hoaxes. Many of the claims made in Chariots of the Gods were later found to be inaccurate. The origin of life on Earth is a matter of ongoing investigation in science with no universally accepted scientific consensus on how it might have arisen. One popular hypothesis is that life arose relatively quickly from non-life on Earth, perhaps within a few hundred years, according to the panspermia hypothesis. Some scientists hold that life did arise relatively quickly from non-life on Earth within a few hundred years, according to the panspermia hypothesis. However, there is no scientific consensus on this point. Evolutionary theory provides an account of how new species and higher taxa arose. Enoch is an enigmatic figure in UFO lore and ancient alien myths. He is a biblical character who was the great-grandfather of Noah, the father of Methuselah, and the great-great-grandfather of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. To this day, there are many speculations surrounding who he was or what his true purpose might have been on earth. The Book of Enoch tells that Enoch was taken to heaven by God to be shown the whole world and all the inhabitants thereof. Many believe that this also means that he must have been taken on an extraterrestrial journey to see other planets in our solar system or even other galaxies outside our galaxy. According to the Book of Enoch, he was taken before the flood and then came back with knowledge. Enoch is believed to have taught humans many things, including the use of fire, the cultivation of plants, metals, writing, and astronomy. Some say that this knowledge means he was a Nephilim who had been in contact with alien beings from space. The Book of Enoch describes how giants were on earth in the days of Enoch, and that these giants were so tall, wise, and powerful that they could raise their eyes to heaven. These were Nephilim, or fallen ones, as described by ancient texts. Enoch is an enigmatic figure in UFO lore and ancient alien myths. He was a biblical patriarch, the great-grandfather of Noah and the son of Cain. Enoch is also a pivotal character in many other religious texts. There are many theories about who he might have been, but one thing's for sure: his life story has been shrouded in mystery for centuries and will continue to do so. Now I need your opinion. What do you think about Enoch in UFO lore and myths? Drop your thoughts, suggestions, and feedback on today's video in the comments below. Thanks for your interest. Take care and see you next time.